On this video, we're going to discuss Q3 market comps. We surveyed every transaction as a team from 5 units to 100 units, and we have the stats broken down by market: Long Beach, 605 corridor, and Orange County. Long Beach, there's been a total of 35 transactions that took place for the quarter. The average deal size was 11 units, $303,000 per unit, and $423 a square foot. Long Beach is known as having one of the highest transaction volumes per city throughout the entire LA market. So it's a very, very hot market. We've seen a lot of capital from Orange County wanting to get into the Long Beach market as there's attractive yields up and down the coast. And one of the properties to highlight that we closed was an 11 unit that closed escrow at 1109 3rd Street. Our team represented the seller and the buyer in the transaction. Great job to Trey Mitchell on the team for sourcing that one. This was just a property that was in Alamitos Beach in a great location, great unit mix, good condition with tons of upside potential, which really made it an attractive purchase. All right, so for the 605 corridor, there was 10 transactions that took place in the market, an average deal size of 22 units. The average price per unit was $272, and the average price per foot was $408 a foot. One of the properties to highlight is a property that we sold, which was 62 units in Downey, located right on Downey Avenue. We sourced the buyer through our investor network, and the buyer came from out of the area, did not own it in the immediate market, and it was just a great asset to acquire, good opportunity to get scale in a very strong rental market. For Orange County, there was a total of 33 transactions that took place. The average deal size was 13 units. The average price per unit was $375,000 per unit and $440 per square foot. Of those 33 transactions, our team closed escrow and represented clients on 4 of those transactions. A couple to highlight was 48 units that our team closed in Costa Mesa that closed at $18,500,000. This was the largest transaction that took place in the market as for dollar volume and also unit count. That was a great asset, very hard to come by, and very good for the buyer who acquired the asset. They got a great piece of real estate that they plan to hold long term. Also, another property to mention is 7 units that our team sold in Huntington Beach. This was a record sale, sold at $5 million, and that equated to $714,000 per unit. And that was the highest price per unit to close in the entire county for the quarter, and rightfully so. This was a beautiful renovated property. We actually just did a video highlighting this property. It was so nice, but it was a high watermark comp for the area, walking distance to Pacific City. And then a little recap on Q3. Transaction volumes are starting to come down. Just in the quarter, we saw interest rates go from the high 3s to the mid to high 5s. That has created a widening gap in expectation levels of pricing between buyers and sellers on a majority of assets. However, there's still some really good opportunities out there in the marketplace. We've seen loan assumptions become more and more popular. We've seen a lot of buyers that are still in 1031 exchanges acquiring properties. We look back on the properties we closed within the marketplace, and over half of the properties we closed were represented by 1031 exchange buyers. So they're still leading the way. Although as transaction volumes dip a little bit, we're going to see less trade buyers being in the marketplace. Cap rates are starting to tick up. That's something that we'll watch. I think it's really going to be interesting when we do this video for Q4 to see where transaction volume takes place in Q4, because now as we shoot this video, we're going to be probably in the 6% range as we shoot that Q4 update. But overall, again, there's a lot of good opportunities out there. Inventory's low, but I think if you're a buyer in this market, it's a good opportunity. We have seen some buyers that have reached out to us and said, hey, look, it's getting towards the end of the year. We want to get something closed prior to 2023 because we want to take advantage of 100% bonus depreciation in the marketplace. And I think that's going to be a big thing, and you're going to see that entering the market as we now are in Q4. But that is the Q3 update. If you want any one-on-one conversations within the marketplace, feel free to reach out to our team at any time. And then also, if you want to download this report or receive a copy of it, feel free to send us a message. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.